I can't get no satisfaction in this world. You know why? Our appetite, no matter what we do, no matter what we achieve, has a way of expanding to the next level that we don't have. It's a ruse. So you heard at one point as you were going through the street that somebody visited your city and they said, Lagos now, wow. Say, man, the way everybody talks about this Lagos, I will move to this Lagos one day. Because I know once I get to Lagos, it will be fine. So you moved to Lagos. And you came in and you said, Lagos, Nawa. Until one day you realized, there are two Lagoses. I'm on the wrong one. I'm not saying, but somebody will say, I'm on the mainland. So you say, I'm saying you, not me. So somebody then says, so you then say, oh, I know what will happen. Once I move to the island, I will be fine. So you move to the island. And as you go to the island, you now realize, I'm in Ajah. Now again, nothing against Ajah. I'm just trying to tell you this. After I look at Ajah, I say, on my way passing, coming to Ajah, I saw this place called Lekki. I know what will happen. Once I move to Lekki, I will be fine. So finally you move to Lekki, but you realize there is VI. And so when you said, if I get to VI, I'll be fine. You move to VI, you now realize there's Ikoyi. If I move to Ikoyi, I'll be fine. Inside Ikoyi, you now realize there's Banana Island. If I move to Banana Island, I'll be fine. And then you realize, as the poorest person in Banana Island, they say, have you been to the Virgin Islands? Say, have you been to the Comoros Islands? You now realize that people in Banana Island don't just visit islands, they even have islands. Do you understand? The rules of this satisfaction. I love what Proverbs 27 verse 20, or is it 27 verse 20 says. It says, death and destruction are never satisfied, and neither are human eyes. The danger with this thing is that it keeps promising you, just get here and you'll be fine. Only for you to get there and your appetite expands and you keep on the journey. So you are never satisfied the more you pursue it. All it does is that it creates a kind of person. It creates a malcontent, an idolatrous malcontent. Can I give you some symptoms of malcontents? Just give you 5 of them. The first one is this. You envy those who have what you think will satisfy you, particularly those who are close to you. And so you've been looking for, you've not had a child for a while, and you've been married for 6 years. And then your cousin calls you. In those 6 years, she's giving birth to her own 5th child. And you say only 2 words. One of those 2 words is God. It's not thank God. It's God when. God when. Whenever somebody has gotten something that you think you need to have that will satisfy you, you can't really rejoice with them. You envy them because you can't get it. The second one, and this one is really deadly. We're unable to savor moments. Have you ever met somebody who, when you cook a wonderful meal, they just quickly start eating the food? They don't savor. But another person, when you cook the meal, they do, they're savoring it. You're unable to savor moments because you're always thinking the next one, the next one. By the year 2000, the Los Angeles Lakers, one of the greatest franchises in American basketball history, had gone about 12 years without a title. Now you have to understand, for some people, 14 years is not that long, all right? Without winning a championship. No. Hey, stop that. Stop it. I know what you're thinking. This is not Arsenal. No, stop. Gosh. And it's a tough crowd today. Can we go back to the Lakers? 12 years, they had not won a championship. Now you have to understand, in the 80s, they were ruling anything. In 10 years, they won 5 championships, led by their quintessential point guard, a guy called Magic Johnson. But it's been 12 years, barren years. But the owner, the late of the Lakers at the time, the late great Jerry Buss, and his GM, a former player called Jerry West, came up with a plan. They knew that they just needed 3 people. They brought 3 people together and they said these 3 people would deliver us the championship. Who were they? 1, the coach, Phil Jackson. 2, this larger-than-life big center, a guy called Shaquille O'Neal, or Shaq. And the 3rd was this young shooting guard called Kobe Bryant. It wasn't an easy union, but eventually in 2000, they delivered their first championship. Hooray! What do you do after what you've been wanted for 12 years has finally come to you? Phil Jackson was so happy, was relieved. Phil Jackson relaxed. He went to Montana. What was going to happen in the offseason between this season that just ended and the next season? Shaq celebrated. He went to Las Vegas. And Kobe Bryant, being so happy that he has finally fulfilled some part of his potential, what did he do in the offseason? He went to the gym. He was in the gym every day. You see, in the offseason, that's when people work on their shots for the season that is coming. And the average player they count in 100. So he finishes that drill after he makes about 300, after he's attempted 300 shots. The next day, I'll do 300. The next day, I'll do 300. The elite people practice about 500-600. The hardworking superstars do about 800. In that offseason, after winning their championship, Kobe Bryant took 2,000. But it's worse than that. He didn't attempt 2,000 shots. He stopped the clock after he made 2,000 baskets. Meaning that if he was doing it at a rate of 40%, he must have attempted 5,000. You know why? He was thinking, we won one championship. Why shouldn't we win a second one? And he won the second. And then he said, why shouldn't we win a third one? And he won the third one. And he said, I can do this thing on my own. I don't need Shaq. And he won another one. And he won another one. You're unable to savor moments. You made the achievement. You got that degree. Savor it. No, because I need that job. But you got that job. Savor it because this other person. You're unable to savor moments because something else is driving you. A third one is this, that you reap the dark side of tunnel vision. You see, when we are shooting for a goal, one of the things that is important is you have tunnel vision. You focus. But if you focus driven by the idol of satisfaction, there is a very dark side to it. How many of us have heard of a person called James Brown? James Brown. Now, okay, this didn't go well in the first service because I should have gone to church. I don't know who the second James Brown is. I'm talking about the singer. All right? I'll have to go and check after. So, because I don't know whether he's a vulgar person or everything. The way people are laughing and looking at me. So, James Brown, the singer, American singer, right? One of the greatest musicians of all time. Though he didn't invent funk, he was one of the greatest proponents and the earliest proponents of funk. There was a sound. You see, many people, rock was really driven by the electric guitar. Other kind of Western music was driven by the keyboard, but the funk was driven by the groove. And he was trying to perfect the sound. And he was trying to drive somewhere. And so the people that were with him, he drove them to the ground. Jimmy Nolan was his guitarist from 1965 to 1983. Jimmy Nolan is regarded among the top 15 greatest guitarists of all time. On his deathbed in 1983, he told his wife, please beg James Brown, whoever is my successor, let him not drive him to the ground like he did me. Focus, you're trying to if I get this perfect sound, then I'll be satisfied. And it doesn't matter who is the obstacle in my way. Do you see? It makes you less than who God has called you to be.